Hi everyone. So I'm back and I've got a reading for you today, which I'm pretty excited about. So we'll get right to it and then afterwards I'll go into a few other things of note. Just a couple of reminders. So hopefully I won't forget those as I get wrapped up into this reading. So, quick thing, as you may know, definitely we are in Pisces season. Today is new moon in Pisces. So things might be feeling a little emotional for you. I recommend you read up, follow some of the astrologers, the astro people. They're talking all about it. There's some great stuff out there, but that can explain any sobby kind of emotional feelings that you may have going on right now. So if you are struggling, just remember to be patient, kind, accepting of yourself and other people who might be going through something similar. And so we'll get started. So the first deck that I'm going to be reading from is the Enchanted Map deck. And some of you might be new. I'm just going to show you what that looks like. Yay. Absolutely love it. It's one of my faves. The first card that we have is Stuck in the Mud. And this is basically where we were, like where you may have been. So you may have hit a block, a wall, or had something happen that slowed you down and stopped you in your place. So I'm going to say the obvious right now. We are definitely in Mercury retrograde. So there may have been things that have stopped you in your place, whether it's very tangible things like, electronic breakdowns, travel issues, all the things that you've heard time and time again, or maybe some communication issues that may have put the damper on a relationship you were trying to build, a friendship, a partnership. So you may have hit a block and had to just slow down, restructure, and trying to figure things out. And you probably are still trying to figure things out because right now what we have is the wishing well card in reverse. This wishing well card in reverse is basically a if it doesn't fit, don't force it. There might be something that you really want to happen in your life and you're really aiming for a specific end game, a specific result, something you really need to do, or at least you think you need to do. And this card is asking you to listen. That might not be it, or it might not be it right now. And what you're being asked to do is avoid making demands of the universe. You can co create with the universe, but whatever you ask for, you just have to be open to the fact that it might not exactly be what you need and you might not get it the way that you were expecting it. So it's important to ask for what you need versus being focused on the thing you want and being open to the different ways that that can manifest in your life. So right now, just chill, set your intentions, be open to the fact that it may not be exactly, but you will always get what you need in the end. The card I have is the Magical Map Shifter. And this card is about the people who are coming in your life. Pay attention to the change agents, to the people who are coming to help you grow, to help you evolve and transform. The subject of soulmates comes up a lot, and oftentimes it's thought as someone that's going to be your forever person. This is a romantic relationship. This is the one. Well, soulmates come into our lives for our personal transformation and our soul growth, hence soulmates. So you can meet multiple soulmates, people who come to your life just for you to learn something, to grow in some capacity, to get to the next level, to close a chapter. There are just different ways that a soulmate can impact your life. But pay attention to the people who are coming into your life right now. And even if things are not going the way you were expecting it to go, be open to why they're really there, to the lesson, to the reason, to the purpose behind it, even if it didn't manifest the way that you thought it would. Maybe a new person came into your life simply to show you something about you, something about how you think, how you react, how you engage, or areas where you need to grow. Pay attention to that part of it and not just what they're doing or not doing. It's very important. Okay, and then now I have a card from the Keepers of the Light deck. the Faith card, humanity, and benevolence. So this is really about being accepting of yourself, trusting yourself so that you can in turn trust others. You might be in a circumstance where there are people coming into your life and you might be trying to figure out if you can trust them. Are they okay? Are they good for your life? But before you can get there, can you trust you? Are you being good to you? How are you handling your life? So having that under control is very important. And then when you have that in perspective, it helps you to be able to better analyze and assess people who are coming into your life or trying to come into your life. But the key thing in this is loving yourself, and that helps you to love others. And you can then feel more confident about who's coming in and out of your life. Okay. And now I also have a card from the Romance Angels deck, getting to know each other. And this is, I mean, this coincides with exactly what I was just saying with the last three cards. You know, you have the magical map shifter card where you need to identify the people who are coming into your life. And then you have the faith card. You might be trying to figure out who's right, who can you trust, but also trusting yourself. The getting to know each other card, this is for the purpose of getting to know the people who are coming into your life. And if you're in a relationship, working some things out, being expressive, talking to your partner, you know, laying things out so that you're on the same page. And obviously, if you are not, if someone is coming to your life that you are interested in, talking to them, seeing where their head is. And even if it's not romantic, it's ultimately getting to know the people who are coming into your life so you can determine if they belong there, if they're right for you, or at minimum, get some sort of semblance of why they are there, even if they may not be intended to be there forever or for the long term. And then I have a card from the healing deck, unconditional love. So as you can see, reading is generally about interpersonal things going on, you know, and the concept of getting to know people and loving others, embodying love, loving yourself. This unconditional love card is about unconditionally loving others, but also understanding that in order to do that, in order to be more of an embodiment of love, it's important to forgive. So maybe you have a conflict right now. Maybe there is something from your past that you haven't fully forgiven and it's affecting your relationships going forward, your friendships, your partnerships. It's important to reconcile. It's like this card, trust yourself first. How are you managing in your life right now? How are you doing? Before you worry about who did what to you, what did you do to yourself? Are you unconditionally loving yourself? Have you forgiven yourself? Then have you forgiven others? Because if you carry around this energy of unforgiveness or an energy of not being able to trust yourself, not being able to trust others, all of this is connected. If you don't trust others, chances are you don't trust yourself. If you have trouble showing love to others, you might have trouble showing love to yourself. Trust yourself, forgive yourself, show love to yourself, and then you can bring that out into the world. Now, I'm not saying you go out here and you just be haphazard with who you let in your life. Clearly not, because you're getting to know these people, right? And then remember, you're not forcing it. You're letting things unfold the way that they should without pushing or pressing. Okay? So you have, this is all the plan. This is all the plan. So just follow the script. And, you know, that will really help out. All right? So unconditional love. And then I have a card from the love deck, Journey of Love, and it's becoming. Something is happening for you. Your life is unfolding in a way that is going to be magnificent for you, but you can only appreciate that if you understand that it may not be exactly what you were looking for. The things you might really want to do, think of it like having the gist of something, like an estimate. You know, I think I really want to do this thing. This is what I want to do. But understanding that there might be different ways to get there. It's very important. But something is blossoming. whether it is your business, whether you are about to walk into a new wonderful relationship. Maybe the relationship you're in is going to go to the next level. Maybe it's a strengthening of the relationship with yourself. Either way, something that you were trying to get toward is unfolding. And the only way that you are going to recognize it is by recognizing what you have going on in yourself, your blockers, paying attention to yourself, and then paying attention to others, but also being grateful for what happens and being grateful for what doesn't happen. Because some of the things you might want may not even be right for you. And the thing you get instead might work out even better. So keep that in mind, okay? So, just a couple things, and then I'll do a parting card from my Universe Has Got Your Back deck. But I just wanted to mention that, yes, today is the new moon in Pisces. So, this is a perfect time to manifest some of the things you want. Do some of that co creation. There's something you're really looking for. Work with spirit to put your intention out there. This is the perfect time to do it. So, take some time, write some things down, connect to the self, connect to spirit, and then put your intention out there. Also, we are still in Mercury retrograde. It will be Mercury retrograde is ending on March 9th. However, there will be a post shadow period until March 29th. So for some of you, you don't really notice, or you might not be as sensitive to have effects in the shadow period. I was watching an amazing video from one of the sisters that I follow on Twitter, and she was saying how the shadow period can really affect us the most because that's the closest to us. So that's something I'm really interested in and will continue to look into. But for some of you who may not notice so much of the subtle energy, you might be perfectly fine. Now, for those of you who are like, wait, I don't really follow any of this, but something's a little bit different and I'm interested. Well, Mercury retrograde that you hear about a lot, it's just a time for you to really slow down and to pay closer attention. Paying attention to the details, the travel delays, the communication breakdowns, broken things. There are so many websites, apps, my phone service just being, broken. I'm missing buses, but the thing about it is, it's to cause you to take a little bit more time. Give yourself more time. That's it. Check and double check. Avoid major commitments where you have to sign contracts and everything. So you can find all this information definitely Googling, or just following a timeline. Anyone who's into astrology, but this is the type of things that you're going to hear. This is going to go on for a while longer. So just pace yourself, chill out. It's nothing to be afraid of or anything. Just take your time. That's really it, right? And now I got the last card that I'm going to pull for you. This is where the universe has got your back. So I'm just going to pull one and see what it says. Additionally, if you would like to book me for a reading, we could do a reading, via the phone, Skype, calling maybe, or Google Voice calling, etc. Definitely let me know, because I can do that for you. And I'm also offering coaching hours if you want to, learn about some of the things that I'm into: meditation, spiritual transformation, developing your spiritual practice, developing your morning routine, chakra system, yoga. Just reach out to me and we can have some time. Right, so let's see. I'm about to get you a card right now and see what we got. All right. When I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. Perfect. I mean, this fits into everything that I just said. Focusing on you, that's going to help you discern the individuals who are coming into your life because you are centered within the self. All right? So, reach out to me if you need me. Thanks for tuning in. Namaste.